Hello, everybody, and welcome back to It's Reading Comics. This week's episode 175. We're going to talk about Batman Zero Year by Scott Snyder. As always, tell your friends, your family, anyone who wants to listen to two idiots talk about comics. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you can get us anywhere you listen to your podcast. As always, let's get into it.
And welcome to the Best Damn Book Club on the internet. Why are you so far off the
I
table?
don't know. I just realized that.
Yeah. I mean,
There we go.
now I'm wishing I would actually watched you do that in frame, but whatever. We're here. We're outside,
Woohoo!
purely out of laziness.
Damn straight.
Did not want to take the bed out of the guest bedroom.
Yeah, and there's also other stuff now in the bedroom, too.
Yeah, I saw that. What was in the big box?
We got a standing outdoor heater. Like one of those that have like the hood over the top of
Oh.
it that radiates heat out.
Wish we would have had that when we did this outside last year.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're getting the lights back?
At some point the lights will come back.
Nice.
That's it's just I'm I'm still not home for consecutive days
Yeah.
really, so me coming home on the weekends is just not wanting to do shit.
Yeah.
So my laziness is trumping my needing to do shit recently.
I only asked that question because I was like, I wonder if that's my birthday present.
No. So yeah, about your birthday present.
Yeah. Are we to the point where I just get to pick what I want?
No, I know what I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
So what happened, or part of what happened is when I placed the order, it didn't draft out of my account.
Oh.
It was like waiting on it to go through processing to like
Yeah.
see if they had it. And then it just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed.
Yeah.
Well, when I didn't have money in my account, it tried to pull it out of the account. And there's not enough in
Yeah.
my account. I don't let it overdraft. So
Yeah,
it
that's
denied the charge.
Yeah.
And then
Didn't email you?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I went to look for it, and I'm like, it's like, your order's been canceled. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That's
So
weird.
Now
Usually
I
it's like,
gotta recoup funds to
Yeah.
order your present again because I thought it came out when I ordered it. It was weird, dude. It's the weirdest. I've never had anything
I've never
like
had
that.
anyone wait to pull out
I know, dude.
unless it was it like a pre-order situation?
I know it wasn't a pre-order, but it was like we're getting it in stock, kind of.
Oh.
I don't know, man.
I'm not going to lie.
It was the first
when
time
you
I
told
went
me it
to-
was Sideshow Collectibles, I immediately went to their website and just started looking. I filtered it from like low to high. I was like, this is the price range I spent. Let's see what it was. And I was just like, okay.
happy with the
I don't-
choices.
I don't know where I'll hang it, but yeah.
Hang it.
Was it a statue or one of their art prints?
It's statue.
Oh, then no, I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a print.
I thought they had some Batman, like it was covers of Batman
Comics.
comics
Oh,
as
yeah.
prints.
I forgot.
I figured,
about
well, I
that.
got him a Darth Vader print. He probably just went something somewhere. Well, now I'm lost. Okay.
But at this point,
I didn't know where I was going to put either of them now.
Oh, yeah. You can easily put this one somewhere.
Okay.
And I'll probably let you go ahead and pick it out this afternoon.
Pick it out.
Yeah.
Oh, so I get to pick now? Sweet.
Yeah. Screw it. 'Cause at this point, it's like, all right, man, just you're gonna find out
That's
what
fine.
it is.
I mean, you know what you're getting for your birthday next year
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So as long as I can. These Pokemon regionals are just like, some of them are selling out like instantly.
really,
Yeah, especially like the ones in Europe. America's not
no
as bad.
shit.
But as long as I can get into the Orlando one, I plan on
Going down.
going down there early and just doing a day pass at Disney.
Because you're gonna do a day pass at Universal too, right?
Wasn't planning on it.
Wasn't. Oh, okay. I figured you go.
It
see
depends
Hogwarts.
on-
Figured you go see Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And
Depends
all that.
on money and
Well, yeah, it's it'll
and I
cost-
think they do Orlando every year. So
And when's the regionals?
this
what
one's
time of
like
the
in
year?
April. I think it's
Okay,
like
so you
right
wouldn't
before
be-
school gets out.
Yeah, but you could be. Well, that might be after spring break. You might be all right.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too big of crowds or anything.
I don't know,
But
but
Either way.
no. But I did just make my last car payment, so I'm very.
Oh, so there's
yeah,
the
I am
extra
like
little bit.
I need this, and just went back out of town for work.
Yeah.
So I really just need this next paycheck.
Yeah, because I came off so our company's getting rid of comp time,
That's some bullshit.
but we're going
They're
now.
paying you out for what you have now?
Yeah,
Okay.
and they pay us out every quarter for over 120 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been on that big project in East Alabama.
Yeah.
Got 67 hours of comp time
Nice.
today. of course, disappeared in a matter of 5
Oh,
minutes. I mean, it's literally in the pocket, out the pocket.
Oh, dude. This last paycheck already didn't have like a bunch on it, but my TV situation at home has been abysmal.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday, but you're gonna have to.
I have 3 TVs that are mine in my condo. My roommate has one in his room. I had 2 in my room, 1 in the living room. One in the living room is the one we had in college.
The bigger one,
Yeah.
the big one,
Like 65 inches.
65, right?
But it's old and only does 1080p.
It's just
And like I
which is
just
still
don't.
fine. I mean, still fine.
Yeah. But I don't. It was just a TV, and as we found out, because we made this ridiculous bet about we're not going to share a room in our 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
We did a competition. I won. I got to the bedroom. You had to live in the living room the entire year.
Yeah.
But
I got the bigger TV.
he got the giant TV, and the sound
and
comes
more of the room.
the sound comes out of the bet.
Yeah.
And for a guy who doesn't sleep with the TV on, and the TV was facing my room,
hitting the wall right
Yeah.
where you are.
But now it's up agaast my roommate's wall.
Oh,
And so I was like, well, I don't want to do that. And so I had a smaller TV, the one I had in college, also only does 1080p
yeah,
or 720p, depending on what you plug into
right.
it. But I had a Roku stick in that. And then recently, when I got my PlayStation 5, I got a 43-inch Roku TV that did 4K.
To go with the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
you tell that much difference?
Now that I'm going back, yes.
Oh, wow.
But that's because very recently, tying back to the story of checks going by fast, when the other 2 broke, I said fuck it and just Googled. I figured getting just Roku stuff because I like the interface.
So the newest TV you got with Roku in it has already broken.
Yes.
Since you got your 5.
Yes.
How?
I don't. So there's apparently
Because
been.
I've had my TV for 6 years now,
Yeah.
and it's fine.
It's same TCL and everything.
Yeah.
Apparently there is a common bug in them to where like at some point it'll just go black. You can still press the buttons and hear everything, and when you turn it on, it flashes real quick, but then goes to black. And apparently it's a cheap fix. I took it to a TV fix guy in Hoover, and he legit just went, all right, $20 cash. And I was like, all right, cool. And he took it apart, and then turned out it was something different. Because then he was like, it's probably going to be more of $100 fix. And I was like,
okay, well, TVs aren't that expensive anymore, so.
But at the time,
You'd also
$100
had
per
it-
fix for a
Or a-
2-year-old TV was
Yeah,
cheaper than
true.
a brand new $300 TV.
Yeah, true.
And so I was like, all right, cool. And then he called me. And at first I was like, is he scamming me? But then it took like 2 weeks. And I finally had to call him. I was like, hey, what's going on with my TV? He's like, dude, I've ordered 5 motherboards. Or I guess they come in packs.
Well,
He's
yeah.
like, I tried all 5. None of them were working. So he's like, I've never seen this. Is it under warranty? That's the only thing I could say. I was like, no, I didn't get a warranty.
Right. I mean,
And,
the TVs are. I mean, TVs aren't expensive anymore. Like
Yeah.
just god awful expensive
Mhm.
anymore. As long as you don't get the Samsung QLEDs and all that shit.
Or as long as no one takes the economy. But yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Well, that's currently in the process.
Yeah. But then I was like, well, surely he's not scamming me now. And then he was like, do you want the TV back, or do you just want me to? Do you mind if I recycle it for parts? And I was
he's gonna
like,
parts it.
you can go ahead and have it, dog.
Yeah.
So basically, paid him $20 to get rid of my TV.
Oh, you should get $20 back. Look,
Yeah, I was just like, I don't
at
fucking
that point,
care.
just fuck it.
Yeah. And then the smaller TV that had the Roku stick, either the remote died or the stick died, and I was just like, fuck it. I
Yeah.
mainly play video games on that one, like the older consoles that only go up to 720p. I play it on that TV anyways. So that TV still works, just the Roku stick. And so I was looking at getting another Roku stick, but then I was just like, why am I going to buy it for the smallest TV in the house?
Go get it.
And then I saw Roku has a sound bar with
Yeah.
the Roku system built
Yeah.
in. It's
I've been
called
wanting
a
to-
Stream Bar.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get one.
It's
But
there's
there's
only
no point
100
getting one when I have the TV that has it in it.
yeah, but like $120, and Here's where I do notice because it does 4K streaming, and I have it downgraded to 1080p on my TV,
On the big
and
one.
I do notice pixels now. But it's
Just
mostly
because
like it's mostly like on the graphics. And it's just like, oh, the network's doing it for 4K,
yeah.
but
And then
I'm
it's
not
backing
putting it
down to you.
1080. But yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I bought that. I had a very small paycheck to begin with,
Mhm.
and then I spent $120 on a soundbar that didn't really need to. I have YouTube TV. I could watch it on my
Yeah,
phone for
but
another
still.
2 weeks. But yeah.
But yeah, because you were saying we were talking about football, and football's been weird this year.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, that was the weekend I
Yeah.
finally just sat down and watched football all weekend. Because I was like, Penn State versus Ohio State's going to be fucking awesome.
then
it
the
was the
game
most
just
boring
got,
game
the end of
ever.
the game just got like stupid.
And then
Ohio State walked off.
Tennessee
with it,
Bama was fun for the first half.
and then Bama turned around and walked off with it.
Yeah, now Bama's just going to go win everything. I can already feel it.
Coming from the Alabama fan that can't believe they've only lost one game, I don't understand. Like I can't figure out how they only have lost one game the way they're playing, and
I mean,
and that's
pat-
what I guess is disappointing to me is just like sitting there with a ninth rate Bama, one loss only to Texas,
Yeah.
who's only lost to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It's like it feels like Bama. I mean, feels like Bama's just a piece of shit, and not because it's just they've lost a game, but it's just like
what your
they look
standards
like
are.
trash. They look like
Well,
hot garbage.
Also, the entire SEC is
Then
down. So
then you turn and go watch Auburn play somebody and puts a little joy back
we
in.
didn't have to go there. Yeah, I'm not excited about football.
Hey,
this
at
year.
least you're not as bad as Arkansas. They've lost 6 straight.
I would kill to have KJ Jefferson on my
They,
team right
they
now.
have lost 6 straight games,
Well,
and they got KJ running around,
I know.
untackleable.
I wish he could transfer midseason and just be
Ooh.
like, we'll take him.
We'll take him. But it
All we're
is-
missing is, we're probably missing more, but
yeah, but I guess it is just like the fact that like the SEC's down. It feels weird.
yeah.
Like it would be amazing if we could go ahead and do the 12 team this year. Like how
Oh, yeah.
awesome the 12,
12 team would be awesome.
Because the top 4 right now is just stupid. Like Georgia's just limping.
it's also,
by.
like, it seems
Michigan's
like
just
we're-
beating the shit out of everybody.
Also seems like we're rewarding people that don't play anybody.
Yeah, Michigan and Georgia.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we did read a book.
We did?
Now we are doing all of Secret City. It is split up into 2 volumes. DC did. One is Secret City. Boy, I wish I would have known going in that this was split in.
Dark
It
City.
is a 12 story arc thing split
Yeah.
into 2 parts.
Part
I wish
one,
I
part
would have
two.
known going in that part 1 was only 4 issues. Second part is 8 issues. This
Or
is
6.
it. The volume I looked at online on Amazon said it was issues 21 through 24. But 24 was long as fuck.
Yeah, that last volume was long. Now, I read this online
Yeah.
on the Kindle or on the Comixology.
Show me which one you bought or borrowed from.
I bought these.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The volume 4 with the cow. He's looking at the
Yes,
cow.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Uh,
Amazon that had it listed as 21 through 24.
Oh,
But for some reason 24 was longer than usual.
that's the only thing about this is
Because if you go to the description, it tells you what.
yeah, but I'm trying to
issues
remember
are.
how do I get the description on here. Either way, mine ended with like 3 little mini stories in the back of the comic.
Were they different art?
Yes.
Yeah, those.
The last,
I was
even the
reading
last volume I read had where he's in the cave with Alfred was different arc as like different.
But
artists.
Riddler popped up and said,
Yeah,
yeah, that's how it ended. Was there one where it was like about him driving a car or something?
yeah. So
So-
he's driving a car.
Mm,
Then he's had to put together like a mech suit sort of
Okay.
deal.
So,
And
in
he,
my
he was
omnibus-
fighting the in the pit of death,
okay.
but wouldn't kill.
In my omnibus,
And then
those
it went away.
were put in there, mapped in there, but
Cor-
listed
like-
them as something different. So I did not read those. But the one with the Riddler popping up at the end
Yeah,
was considered part of issue 24. So I did read that part. But the Where'd You Learn to Drive and that other one.
Oh,
I
see
did not
where
read
the
those.
last little bit with the Riddler, there is no like page break or anything for me. It
No.
goes from Red Hood being dropped in the vat
Yeah,
to
to
in
that.
the cave.
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's how it was in mine. But
I
the
mean,
other
damn, this was still
the other ones
120
were mapped
130 something
differently
pages.
in my omnibus.
Gotcha.
And I didn't read those.
You gotcha. Which I mean, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
It's just it was him not wanting to kill, then
Yeah.
him having to control himself to
Mm.
build pieces because he was arrogant because he thought he had a way. He built all the pieces they need to survive, and the guy telling him what to do or training him was like, "Yeah, that ain't how this shit works."
Yeah.
Broke it all and made him
Mm.
put it back together. And then the last one was literally him in the pit,
Okay.
beating the crap out of everybody, and the queen that he calls her, was just like, you have to kill to get out. But he was beating the shit out of everybody so bad that everybody was like, I'm not going in there. Like,
Yeah.
like he's proving the fact that like, no, I can just beat people down
Yeah.
and make them stop. Which it's always been kind of one of my gripes with Batman.
Yeah.
Is like,
How many?
how many times can you beat Joker
and
that he
it's-
then just keeps coming back and
Yeah.
fucking up your city?
Mhm.
Riddler, Penguin, like,
At some point, that's on you.
yeah, like I get you not wanting to kill, but you need to do something that keep like.
Mm.
And again, it's comics. You got to have something to write for the future.
Yeah.
You have your rogues gallery. You have your
Especially the
and
way
Batman's
Marvel.
been going since the 30s.
Yeah.
So,
Especially
I
the way
mean,
Marvel and DC go, where like there is no ending it.
yeah,
they're-
there's no ending.
It's not like
right.
Image and all these other creator-owned ones where it's like, no, this will end whenever the creator gets tired of writing it. And
No.
they'll write an ending. No, this is
This is just okay. We're gonna
Batman
write.
will outlive us all.
Yeah, we're gonna write until this creator gets
maybe.
tired of it.
They may run it into the ground some more, but yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, this was so New 52.
Yeah,
is when,
published magazine form as Batman 21 through 24,
Yeah.
and Batman 0 Year, the director's cut #1.
Okay, maybe that was it. But
Wow. So we got a lot of reading on the next volume then.
yeah.
Because this was quick
Mhm.
and dense at the same time.
Yeah, I mean it was basically. So when they started the New 52,
Right.
they already had Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo working on their. They're about to start their run on Batman.
So they had not started when New 52 started.
They were coming. They were
Getting-
working on their
gotcha.
issue 1, and which I don't think at the time would have been issue 1. But they basically storyboarded, got all this stuff ready. Was about to get ready to start drawing or get it sent to whoever, and DC basically comes to them and said, "Hey, guess what? We're actually have this idea called the New 52. We're going to restart the entire universe.
Right.
Everybody gets new origins, new blah blah blah, whatever." And Scott Snyder's like, "My entire first story arc depends on the history of Batman.
Yeah, like his already.
It's an established Batman that's
Yeah.
already been here, and it's all about him being so
Because
arrogant."
it's the Court of the
that he
Owl.
fe-
Court of
yeah,
Owls was
He's-
volume 1 and 2.
yeah,
Then 3 was Death of the Family.
yeah.
Where was the Azrael? Was that?
That was.
that was White Knight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was White
okay.
Knight. And then basically this was them finally giving DC the
Something.
new
Origin story.
origin that they were looking for.
But again, I mean, like we were talking about, like Batman's been around since the 30s. He became Batman because his parents died.
Yeah.
It's like that has to be like having a character that's been built for so long.
Yeah.
You can't not use that
Mhm.
as your basis. And
Yeah.
like, oh, he has to have a Joker. Well, they pulled what
They
was
basically
cool.
just
They
canonized
pulled the original.
what, because he didn't have a origin for a long time until
Right.
Under the Red Hood,
Yep.
and then they kind of gave him one in there, and then I think it was just widely accepted, and then Scott Snyder was just like, "Yeah, it'll be a
Fine.
thing."
Here, he's Red Hood.
Yeah.
He's got a pill
Now,
head.
I don't know how far after or before White Knight was before this, but that one part at the Ace Chemicals where he finally
Yeah, you
kind of see a
yeah.
reflection off his helmet when he took it
Yeah.
off. It looks just like how White Knight drew Jack Napier.
Holy shit, it is.
It did look like that.
It's got a little Napier look.
So I
to
don't
it.
know who copied who
Right.
or who ran with whose idea.
Or
but,
who agreed on whose idea.
Yeah.
Because because this was 2014.
I feel like
I think White Knight's come out after that.
yeah, he may. I wonder if he saw the reflection in that Red Hood
Yeah.
mask and was like,
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
can run with that.
White Knight was 17.
yeah,
Yeah, so White Knight I would probably use that reflection and ran
Yeah.
with it. Now, there wasn't. I mean, everything else in the story. I mean, it's an arrogant kid thinking he can beat the shit out of everybody and realizing he can't.
also just
Who-
doesn't want to be Bruce Wayne. He just
Well,
wants
yeah,
to be
he
Batman.
just wants to be Batman, and I get it.
Yeah.
But
It would make things a lot easier,
but
but it
just
also
like
in some ways makes it harder.
just like what he finally realized, and Alfred told, it's like you need Bruce to be like you need to be out there helping the city.
Yeah.
Physically during the day in front of the public.
Yeah.
And then shutting down crime at night as Batman.
Mhm.
Like Batman can't just knock all the criminals out
Yeah.
and then the city be fine
Mhm.
because all the politicians are corrupt.
Yeah.
The heads are corrupt. The corporations are corrupt. It's like you
Mhm.
got to fix all that, and you being Bruce can fix it.
Yeah.
So at the end, when Red Hood gets shot and he runs away, does he swap? Does that physical person swap, or is it like Bruce was talking about? Was
Oh, you're talking about they found what's his face's name in the barrel of lie?
that was not Red Hood. Like
No, I doubt it. But it's kind of like they said in the comics where it's like because of the way that chemical works, that guy could have been in there for a year. Could have
the
been in
lie,
there for a week.
because it over decomposes your body.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, we have literally no idea how long
He could have
was in
died
there.
yesterday, and
He could have did it and then started his little gang, or he could have. Someone could have came and took the Red Hood leader, and then because of the way the organization worked, no one.
no one knows who. Yeah.
This is actually right around where we ran out of money in college, and I stopped reading comics
Oh,
for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It
So-
would be. Oh shit.
So yeah, this is literally the farthest I've gotten.
So you haven't read part 2
No.
at all? Sweet.
None.
So we start this comic off, and he's riding on a motorcycle.
Yeah,
That
is-
is 6 years ago, which I'm guessing 6 years before Court of Owls and all
Yeah.
that. So in 5 months, the city's going to devolve to grass growing.
I mean the Riddler shuts down all the power.
That is true.
I mean, I don't know. I'm
it
not
looked
a
like,
nature guy, but I
Yeah.
don't know how fast grass comes
guess.
through concrete. But
Either way, I forgot he blew up the
Yeah.
power grid at the end. But I don't know. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know really where you. I mean, I guess you just battle Riddler now.
yeah, I think from what I understand, Riddler takes over the city,
Okay.
and then it's just a chess match between Batman and Riddler.
I did like the quick. I've always liked the Riddler
Mm-hmm.
as Batman, like as a Batman villain.
Yeah.
I think some of the movies have made him too comical. Like
Yeah. As much as I like
what's
Jim
it?
Carrey,
Jim Carrey's like yes,
that Riddler is kind
that
of
Riddler
it's not
was
the Riddler
funny.
I like.
Well, I mean, it was like
Yeah.
okay in that context, the way that movie was.
as a kid.
yeah,
yeah.
that was cool. Looking back on it, it's like but that's not real. I mean,
No,
the Riddler's not just
the
kooky
Riddler
and
I know
crazy,
is
like,
more.
he's diabolically
thought-
smart and
I mean, the most time I've spent with any Riddler story was always his arc in the Arkham games,
right.
and he was trying to kill you the entire time. So
And hopefully, and in that movie with Jim Carrey, he wasn't trying to kill you. He was just, or was he trying to kill?
I tell you about Riddler was in the new Batman movie, and that guy was
that
more
dude,
of
that
just
dude
a,
was almost more like a
he was more of
scarecrow
a
to me.
yeah,
though.
he was more of a terrorist
yeah,
than anything.
and to me, he was more like Scarecrow than he was Riddler. Yes, he
Yeah.
he did all the riddles, he did all the puzzles, but
I think I like the Riddler that's obsessed with beating Batman more than pointing out corruption in the city.
yeah, true. Because that's
But-
the Joker's problem. That's the Joker.
But you're
part.
like, you're probably sitting there just kind of like, I mean, we've had one Riddler, it wasn't very realistic. I don't think people get mad if I did Riddler like this.
True.
So,
Hell, and the way DC was when they made the movie, it's like, what the fuck's it matter? Throw something at the wall and hope
Yeah.
it sticks. Like,
yeah. And judging by box office, everyone's given up on DC movies until whatever James Gunn's movies start coming out.
What's his movies?
The Superman Returns and all the ones he announced.
Oh,
'Cause,
that
you know, he's
whole
like the
list.
head
Oh
guy
yeah,
at
that
DC
whole
now.
list of stuff. But that shit ain't. I mean, with the writer strike.
But you had
the-
like those 4 lame duck movies,
Yeah.
and apparently no one's going to.
yeah. Well, Blue Beetle came out. Well, Black Adam came out.
Someone said Blue
Blue
Beetle was
Beetle.
actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
again,
I'm
it's
still not
like
going to see that.
if it comes on HBO Max, I'll watch it.
It
but-
might already be on there.
Might be. Black Adam, which I mean, it was just a Rock movie.
Apparently,
It was the Rock got to be a superhero.
apparently
supervillain,
Aquaman
whatever.
is not good.
Has it come out already?
No,
No,
it's
it's
coming,
coming
out,
out.
but they've
Already
from what
said.
everybody's already like, yeah, they're already giving up on it.
Well, because they already
Well,
did they cut
apparent-
the girl out
It
or
was what's her face playing Mira.
not? Mira, his wife.
Yeah.
That's the one in the Johnny
one
Depp.
Johnny Depp
yeah.
situation, and then apparently, I just heard it from a different.
Amber Heard.
Yeah, I heard it on Fat Man Beyond, Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin. They do a news segment, and someone brought up, yeah, apparently Jason Momoa wasn't always completely sober during the filming of this movie.
Of this one?
Yeah, was a tidbit drunk on set, at least more than one time.
Why?
I don't know.
Like, why? Like,
I mean,
other than to drink,
new
I guess,
boss is coming in and not
like
planning
already
on keeping
you're
you
already
around.
superhero's been X'd, the Wonder
Yeah.
Woman's been X'd, your Batman's been X'd.
They
It's
cut your
like
scene from
the Flash has already been knocked off the
Yeah, they cut your
pedestal.
scene from the Flash.
Yeah. So I guess
Or no, I guess he was in that.
I
for, like,
still
2
haven't
seconds
watched
at the
it.
end.
Like I can't make myself watch it.
The last 45 minutes are fun, but everything else is just like, why are we here?
And see, that's what's bad is like I want like that story, Flashpoint story, is so cool.
Oh, don't. It's
And-
not that.
But it's not that.
Yeah.
It's not Flashpoint.
It's not that at all.
Right.
It's not Atlanteans versus Amazonians
Which-
at all.
Yeah. I don't know. I think so a couple years ago when I was big on Variant and they were doing their podcast,
Yeah.
they kept theorizing that comics were going to become the new movies. Like all your comics are going to be set up for movies.
I mean,
10,
I think they
15
were
years.
trying to do that.
Well, were right,
and I don't think it's working out very well.
and now it's like you have all the comics history behind you.
Yeah.
Yet once you put a movie out, it's like, you know what? This was an A-list comic, but we're going to change all this to
Yeah.
make a movie so that we
I
can
understand
get
there's
everything.
certain stuff that can't be done on a movie set, but
But still, I mean, you
Yeah.
have the template. You have the
Mhm.
like just the reason people love Flashpoint is because of Flashpoint. Like
Yeah.
is because of what happens in the comics.
mm,
I think sometimes these movies like they push too hard to get to a certain point.
Yeah.
That they
Well, from
don't build
everything-
enough. Like movies take too long to come out. So like trying to build up a big universe is just
from everything after Man of Steel, from what I've heard, it's always been just too many cooks in the kitchen.
yeah.
And now they got someone who Marvel pissed off, and they're like, no, just let him control everything.
Just let him hold the reins for a
Yeah.
little bit. If it doesn't work, then fuck
Yeah.
it. We'll shut everything down and start over.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll talk about it later this month, but talk about someone trying to course correct. Marvel
Holy balls.
firing a lot of people.
Whew.
But yeah, no. This is good. I mean,
It's a part one.
It's an
I mean,
origin.
It's like reading
Yeah.
issue one, volume one of a new series.
we haven't read part 2 yet because
Right.
when we do these part 1s, part 2s,
It allows us to talk freely.
we don't
here.
trust ourselves to
Yeah.
not spoil part 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I guess yeah we got. Oh, we're already past 30 minutes. Okay,
Oh, cool.
So yeah, we'll get into part 2, Dark City next week. What do we?
We got personal recs.
Personal recommendations.
You got one up?
Do you?
No.
Okay.
Sorta.
I had one. I thought about it on the way here, and why don't you go ahead and go with your sort of?
So last week, I got to drive from Alabama all the way to pretty much West Texas.
Mhm.
And Audible helped me get through a lot of that this week.
Yeah.
So, and
What books were you listening to?
So I listened to the what was it? The new Inquisitor, the Star Wars Inquisitor book.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
Oh.
It was following the Padawan from Clone Wars, like that you start like a week before Clone Wars starts.
Yeah.
And it's her life through Clone Wars. Then it's her, like how she interprets everything. It's pretty much like an angsty teen.
Yeah.
Like the way she sees the teachers, the way like us as our age would see the teachers now, and being like, okay, I can see where you, and then it leads to her going to the dark side, and then Palpatine gets her.
I'm always down for a turning heel story. So.
Yeah. Now, you remember the one where you had the Red Inquisitor and the Black Twi'lek going through Coruscant in the Star Wars in the Vader comic, where they were chasing each other. It was about her.
They were in love with each other.
Yeah, and it's about her.
Oh, okay.
It's her like pre-story, and it ends with that story arc.
Yeah.
Like it's the epilogue, and it's X years forward, and it's that comic from her point of view instead of Vader's point of view.
That's cool.
You know how the whole comic was Vader's, and it's from her like running from Vader that whole time. It was fun. That, and then re-listen to Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. It's kind of like his kid gets to learn how to do alchemy and magic and running from the world and finding the demons that killed his parents, and it's fun. It's like a 27-hour story, and I listened to like 12 hours of it. Yeah, I mean, shit. There's nothing else to do but turn it on and just listen while you're driving down the road.
Yeah. I've got one. For anyone who has stopped watching the Marvel TV series, you actually do need to go watch Loki.
Shit.
Not that, I mean, it may eventually tie into some movie or something.
Well, the first season was supposed to, and it so loosely grabbed it.
This one is actually pretty good. I think it's the best.
More of its own story?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean...
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's got to tie some part.
Jonathan Majors in it as Kang.
Yeah.
But
which I'm
only 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
So
they've only as of recording, they've only done
4. I haven't watched the one this week.
8 total episodes?
I think so. But this is honestly just good quality TV. So go check it out. It's probably the best thing since Endgame. Definitely TV wise.
Whoa.
I take that back. Guardians 3 is very fucking good. But
I still have not watched Guardians 3. I watched the Christmas one.
Be prepared to cry.
We started to watch the Christmas one. Well, it was at Christmas.
We need to watch the Christmas one first.
We watched the Christmas one first, and we were going to watch the third one right after, but all of a sudden we all realized it was 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
Y'all would have been crying your eyes out at
like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
6 episodes.
Yeah. Oh, so they're already halfway done?
Actually, over half. 4 just dropped, so only 2 left.
Well, pretty good so far.
Well, cool.
So, yeah. But that'll do it for this week. Next week, Volume 5 of the Batman, the New 52 Batman.
0 Year Part 2?
Yeah, I think it's called Dark City, Secret City? No, Dark City, I think. But yeah.
Dark City.
Cool. We will see y'all next week. And I think you say bye first, usually.
Bye.
Bye.